Welcome to Spirit Knox for Brooklyn Mosaic. Um, y'all know I gotta tell you about my little earrings, right? You see, I have my earrings on that say Anja, right? This is for my nickname on YouTube is Anja Africa, and this is my tribute to graffiti because the letter is a etched thing. So I just wanted to share that with you all on a lighter note as we continue our memorial for our brothers. So far, I have not seen sisters, and if it is sisters, they haven't mentioned that. All they keep saying is the age and the injury. So I'm going to keep going. We're on February 20th, 2009 in the US, and this is a fall / collision with a car, and this person died. And this is at the age of 28. It was speculated that a person was on the catwalk of a roadway sign when they fell 24 feet to the expressway below. Later, a car traveling down the expressway reached the location where they were lying on the road and a collision occurred. There was silver graffiti that had been newly painted on the roadway sign above the person on the freeway, and they had a can of silver spray paint with them. We honor you. 28 years old. And if you hear me talking about this, you know I'm talking about you because you probably remember that silver tag. That was your last tag that you did. So we're going to go to December 16th, 2009 in Denmark. And this person died from electric shock at the age of 17. A person died when they were standing on the roof of a train and received an electric shock and fell off the train to the ground. It is a thought they had been graffiti tagging trains. March 18th, 2010, in Germany, collision with a train, died at the age of 19. A person died when they were on a railway line looking to spray graffiti on a train that was stationary on the train tracks, and a collision occurred when a train traveled past them. July 4th of 2010 in the UK, this person died from a fall, age 22. A person was walking across a warehouse roof to gain access to a railway line where they were intended to create graffiti. When they fell 30 feet through a skylight on the roof, they received head injuries and later died in the hospital. Sorry. The lengths that people would go through to be able to create and to put their graffiti in places where no one else could get it or interfere with it is amazing. It has me spellbound for real. July 9th of 2010 in Germany, collision with the train, died, both 15. Two 15-year-olds were spray painting graffiti on the side of a freight train carriage. Another set of train tracks were next to them, and an ice train traveled past them on the tracks at an estimated 120 kilometers per hour. It was reported that according to the first statements by the ice train driver, the 15-year-old still tried to get off the tracks. We assume that you saw the train. The train driver had tried with an emergency signal to brake to prevent the accident. He said if they had laid down flat, it might have turned out lightly. One of the 15-year-olds died immediately from the injuries he received, and the second died from his injuries the following day. That was in Germany. Both of them were 15. That was July of 2010 in Germany. We honor you. 23rd of October 2010 in Poland, collision with a train, died at 19. A person died when they had finished spray painting the wall of a viaduct. It is a thought that they went to paint a freight train that was slowly traveling past. A second train traveled past them on the track, and a rush of air pulled them underneath the wheels of the train. Wow. Age 19 in Poland. October 31st, 2010, Canada. Collision with the train, died. 17. Now, this one is three 17-year-olds. Three, y'all. Three. Look, I need a drink. Give me a second. Okay, I got my okra water. That one took my breath away. Three 17-year-olds died when they were intending to spray paint graffiti under a road bridge and a passing train collided with them. It is thought that the train was quiet as it traveled down the tracks and they did not hear it coming. We honor all three of you. That is the largest count that we've had so far. 3 people all at once and all the same age. Something with that 1-7, right? All of them were 17. And, you know, for our people into numerology, we would multiply that, add that, try to break down the numbers and everything else. But all I know is that was 3 lives that transitioned for their art. Okay, we're going to move to the U.S. We honor those brothers. 26th of May, 2011, collision with a train, died at the age of 20. A person died when they were walking on train tracks and a train collided with them. Cans of spray paint were found close to their bodies. 29th of August 2011 in Australia, a fall, died age 17. A person died after they fell 15 meters from a road bridge. It is speculated they had been spraying graffiti on the side of the bridge as a backpack was found with the body that had spray cans inside. You know, the current thing that you keep hearing about is these backpacks, right? You know, backpacks with the divinity tools is where the divinity tools went for our graffiti artists, right? That's where they kept their magic in those backpacks, and that's what made backpacks famous, right? Because people used to just carry backpacks for hiking. No one really took them serious as like a style or a fashion until the graffiti artists used to use them all the time. Or school kids, you know, but graffiti artists definitely put a highlight on backpacks for sure. So we're going to move to, we did Australia. We're still in Australia with this one. Australia, January 11th, 2012, collision with a train, died 18, and 18-year-olds. When they were walking through a train underpass, they went underneath a road bridge and a train collided with them. They were walking through the underpass as they were looking to graffiti a wall. One other person who was there at the time with the person on the train tracks described the approach of the train as something they had been unable to hear until they saw it. We honor you, Australia. Now we're going to the U.S. We're back in the U.S. March of 2013. In the U.S., this was a fall and the person died, age 22. A person was spray painting graffiti on a bridge overpass and they fell from the bridge. Their body was later found nearby. There was recently applied red graffiti on the bridge near where their body was, as well as similar paint on their hands. We honor you, age 22. April 1st of 2013 in the U.S., it says the cause of death is undetermined. This is a 30-year-old that died. A person was killed from what was thought to be asphyxiation after the rope that they were using to move down the outside of a high-rise building wound tightly around their chests and suffocated them. I'm feeling this for some reason. Their knees were up around their chest inside of the rope in a technique called a body belay. Their body was found still on the rope at the 17th floor of the office building. They were not wearing any climbing equipment. Spray paint cans and etching tools were found on the roof of the building. I'm struggling right now because I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling. Was there interference? That's the first thing that came to my mind. And I know if y'all are listening and y'all have this sensitivity like I do, the fact that it's saying undetermined, and this is someone that has probably tied this rope before, I don't understand how if they were in a body ballet, this kind of technique, I don't understand how their chest and everything else was up around their knees. That sounds like someone tied them that way. So if there was any foul play, I just want to send out that karma will be returned to those people that did harm to this individual. If there was no foul play, then I will say that this individual made a gross mistake in estimating his weight and the winds, because there's a lot involved when you do something like this. But the first thing that came to me was foul play. So I have to give honor to that first. And then secondly, I will say maybe this individual, underestimated the winds. Maybe the rope slipped, maybe it was a different tie. I don't know, but it is my hope and my prayer that there was no foul play and that this person was murdered. Okay, because we know things were covered up at this time. We don't know who their enemies were, who their competition was. It's some wicked forces out here. So I just hope that there was no foul play. And I want this individual to know that we recognize the death and the way that it took place. And I do hope that they are in a better place with the ancestors. We honor you, and I'll close this out. We're going to move to the next one. July 7th, 2013 in the UK. This was a fall. This person died at the age of 16. A teenager died when they fell from a 3-story building that they had been spray painting. We honor you. From the UK, we go to Germany, 27th of October 2013, collision with a train, unconfirmed, 25. It says unconfirmed, where it would say whether they lived or died. I guess they didn't have any more information on the individual. It says a person was under a bridge next to railway lines writing graffiti on a wall, and a passing train collided with them. The collision with the train occurred at about 7:10 a.m. Just after 8 a.m., the train driver of another train that was passing saw the person lying unconscious on the side of the railway line. The injuries they received, including a severe head injury, and they were placed in an induced coma. And a day after the accident had occurred, it was uncertain as to whether they would survive. So no one knows what happened with this individual. I'm still coming down off this energy from the last two that we read. So I'm going to close this out because we're at 12 minutes. We're a little over. I was trying to keep these at 10 minutes. But you're always welcome to Spirit Knox or Brooklyn Mosaic. And we're going to move on to our next group. I'll see you in the next video. Blessings, family. Welcome to Spirit Knox.